Hey folks, I want to open up by saying I put a lot of time and thought into this video, so please try to watch the whole thing or at least read the suggestion I'm making to the developers. You can find that linked in the description in the top pinned comment. I do think this is a nuanced issue, and I think I'm taking an appropriate nuanced take. So if you agree, take the time to give this video a like and go vote on the suggestion I made formally to the developers. That's how they're going to hear us. So one way or another, if you agree or not, like or dislike this video and like or dislike that suggestion, because that's what they listen to. All right, let's go. How the heck are you guys? We need a pity system for non-Lord ancient exclusive heroes in this game. Now, this is something I've talked about a lot, both on Discord and on stream, and I even made a video many, many months ago, I think over half a year ago. However, I feel like with the recent events, recent banners that were so good with such phenomenal non-lords lately, it's really coming to a head. Now, I want to get this out of the way at the beginning. My luck has been very good lately. I'm not speaking for myself. I've had my best non-lord rates in a very long time. I don't say that to brag. I say that to quiet a lot of the people that are going to make noise and say, boo-hoo, Fastidious didn't get what he wanted. Watch my videos. I got mostly only what I wanted. My luck's been crazy. I'm speaking for you guys because I take this really seriously. A lot of the things I advocate for do not have to do with my gameplay. I'm much more interested in your gameplay experience and the health of the game than I am interested in how good my account is. If you don't believe that, like, quick example, I've had 3 extra copies of Neza since his original banner, but I prioritize content and community engagement over my own account. So I just never got around to doing this because I haven't had time to make the video in a moment when I felt motivated enough. Now, that's not to explain this other stuff. That's just to say I don't care that much about how competitive my account is. I'm doing this for the masses, for all of you guys that DM me every day complaining about this, comment on my videos every day complaining about this, and honestly, most importantly, to speak directly to the devs about this, because something has to change or it's all going to blow up very soon in a big way. Now, this is not the video I was intending to make tonight. Actually, the videos I made tonight were so crazy and long that they have to be delayed. If you focus here, I know it's small. I've done like my ultimate Semra guide. This is like my master class. I'm so proud of this. You can see 56 minutes, almost 57 minutes of raw footage just on how to choose your team, how to fill every key role in Semra. I broke it all down. I'm really proud of it. And then most importantly, how to gear those units. And then I had a whole second video just taking one account and growing his account from a 45K or 50K APOC 2 attempt to well over 300,000. And I take you through the whole thing, explain every minute little timing, every specific technique. So please look forward to that. It's one of the things I'm most proud of that I've ever created on this channel. But the whole time I was thinking about that and looking at his heroes, it just kept digging into my mind. My God, I need to make another video about this because people are so frustrated. So let me pull something up. I was one of the content creators selected to be part of the upcoming dev Q&A, and they wanted us to submit our questions ahead of time. So what I did, if we go over here, this is my Discord, the Fast and the Fastidious. If you want to be included in this in the future, join my Discord. You can see we're coming up on 12,000 members, which is incredible. So definitely join. Link in the description in the top and comment. But I made this channel over here. I got it down here. It says your questions for the devs. Until I made my official list, this was on top of this section, which is the busiest section on my Discord. So you can see I was taking it very seriously. I said your questions for the devs. I made this announcement over here, many submissions. I said, hey guys, I mentioned this briefly on stream, blah, 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 blah. I wanted to open it up to everyone. I was chosen to be part of the dev interview. I can submit a small number of community questions. If you see something, give it a thumbs up, so on and so on and so on. We go over here. The most upvoted thing by a mile, shout out to this dude, Ryan Leaf, but 71 people said, not sure if it's been asked before, Fasti, but when will we have a pity for non-Lord Legos in Ancient Summoning? Not fair to have 200 plus summons and only have a chance of getting Lords while not getting any non-Lords in particular. I know so many people who have gone at least 200 summons without getting a non-Lord Legendary Ancient Exclusive Hero. I know many who've gone several hundred. I know some people who've gone over 500 and 600 pulls. I also personally have pulled multiple non-Lord legendaries for players in one 10 pull before in the many pulse parties I do. And I think the issue is there's so much variance. The chance is low. There's no guarantee. There's no pity. There's no mercy. There's no nothing, that you can get really lucky or you can get really unlucky. And this creates a huge, huge chasm between players, and it creates a lot of bad player sentiment among certain players. So if we go all the way down, I went through all this. People voted on all different things. I also want to say the guy who submitted that question, he was like, I don't know if it's been mentioned before. I'm not joking. Since Valara's banner, I've gotten at least 10 messages a day about this. Whether those are DMs, people coming into my chat on stream. I've been streaming a lot lately. Check it out, Twitch and YouTube, or people commenting on videos. At least 10 pieces of engagement a day about this. So very nice thing he wrote, but nothing unique about it. So here I wrote, I'm only going to leave this open for 1 more hour. Make sure to vote for your favorite questions. I'm only choosing 5. They told me I could do 3 to 5, so I'm doing all 5. And this is what I did. Finalize my questions. You can go to my Discord and read all 5. I'm pretty happy with how I wrote it up, how I tried to merge what everyone was saying. But question number 1, by no mistake, I chose to put this issue. So this was already sent to developers. This will be part of the dev interview. I said, are there plans to add a pity or progressive rate up system for non-Lord legendary heroes in Ancient Summoning? This is by far the most requested concern from the community. I'm not joking. Like I said, this is not something that has affected me for over a year. I did have a long stretch. I went 450 summons without a non-Lord, but that was in spring 2024 to like fall 2024. I've had like over a year run now with excellent luck. This is not about me, but it is about you guys. It was by a mile the most requested thing. People reach out to me every single day. I said, currently Ancient Summoning only has Legendary Lord Pity, which creates extreme variance where some players pull multiple non-Lord Legendaries quickly while others go hundreds, literally hundreds of pulls without seeing one. This is especially frustrating given that some of the strongest heroes in the game, including key PvP units like Valara, are non-Lord Ancient exclusive legendaries. Would you consider implementing a pity or progressive rate-up system to address this? I already sent that to them on this day, January 1st. That was 3 days ago. Since then, so many people have kept talking to me about it. I've done probably 5 takeovers the past 3 days, and I keep finding these problems. I'll be on one account where I'm like, this guy has like an A3 Erlang Shen and an A1 Valara and a Sithra. And then I'm on another account that clearly, I'm not calling anyone out here, but clearly the player has spent thousands and thousands of dollars and he has like nothing good at all. Not even like a bunch of Giselles, just like no non-lords, right? So it's just a crazy situation when in looking at 2 different accounts where they've probably spent like 5 figures, right? So I've been thinking about it all the time. I was thinking about it tonight when I was prepping that other video. Also, this video is just huge. So I was like, what else is on my mind? This is what's on my mind. And I just think enough is enough. So I've prepared a huge suggestion. I've done this a couple days ago, a suggestion submitted to the devs about this, but I wanted to do a new one, a fresh one, a really unbiased one, because people did have some complaints with it because I made like specific solution suggestions. I'm leaving this one a lot looser, but I want you guys to find the link to this suggestion in the description of this video in the top and comment, and go give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down if you agree with it or don't. But before you give it a thumbs down, actually read it and listen to what I'm about to say. We'll submit that in one moment, but to finally drive the point home, let's just look at the state of the game, all right? Let's just look. Let's go to the gallery. All the Ancient exclusive units, right? They're all at least part Chaotic or Arbiter, right? They're all from the Chaos Dominion as a dual faction or the Supreme Arbiters. Let's just look. We're not going to talk about lords. Let's just look at the real game changers, right? For a lot of content. Carnelian, Ardia, Lubu, Sithra. I'm counting Dracula because the difference between an A0 Dracula and an A1 or an A3 is really strong, and it kind of comes down to, were you able to pull extra copies besides the one guaranteed copy, the one time we had a guarantee when you could get him in 90? We go to Arbiters, it gets even crazier, right? We got Valara, holy crap, and Erlang Shen. For certain things, you can even see Kane. Keep those names in your head, and you're about to see Kadgrim everywhere. He's going to be the new king of this, right? So let's go and let's look in the arena. I'm not even going to get started with GVG where, oh my God, if you don't have a Kadgrim or Valara in GVG, good luck. Let's just look. Let's go to the leaderboard. Let's go right now. Let's look. All right, non-Lord Ancient exclusive, non-Lord Ancient exclusive, non-Lord Ancient exclusive, non-Lord Ancient exclusive, non-Lord Ancient exclusive. Non-Lord Ancient exclusive, non-Lord Ancient exclusive, non-Lord Ancient exclusive. You need those awakenings. Let's scroll down a bit more so it's not just the tippy top. Non-Lord Ancient exclusive, non-Lord Ancient exclusive, non-Lord Ancient exclusive, non-Lord Ancient exclusive, non-Lord Ancient exclusive. Do you get the picture? Have I driven it home? It's such a haves and have-nots. It's like, were you lucky? Did you have that great run of 50 pulls, or did you get ghosted by the non-lords for 500 straight pulls? Non-Lord Ancient, non-Lord Ancient, non-Lord Ancient, non-Lord Ancient, non-Lord Ancient. You get it, right? You're not seeing a lot of A0 Dracula up here. You just need this stuff, right? And yes, Soulstones exist, blah, 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 but Valara, Erlong Shen, Sithra, Kadgrim, these are the Ardia. These are the real game changers. So let's get to the suggestion right now. So this is what I wrote, guys. This is what I'm submitting. You'll find a link to it if you want to vote on it one way or another in the description and the top pinned comment. I really hope you take a time to listen to me now and to go read it if you don't want to listen, because I worked pretty hard on this. I tried last time. I think I made some mistakes. I think I'm getting it correct this time. Let me know if you agree in the comments. I said, we need some form of legendary non-Lord Ancient pity. Explain the problem. Legendary non-Lord Ancient exclusive heroes are extremely difficult to obtain, creating excessive variance in player outcomes. Some players acquire multiple copies quickly, while others go hundreds of summons without receiving one. This inconsistency feels unfair, as these heroes are powerful and important for progression. As a result, player frustration is high, and many players have already quit. Reducing this variance would create a fairer summoning experience and improve player retention. And I feel very strongly about that. I just want to quickly touch on this before the solution. Oh my God, I've seen people literally quit in real time when they pull hundreds of times for Valara and they don't get her, and they just see that one 10 pull posted on my Discord or the main Discord, and it's like someone hitting 2 Valaras and a Rivenhald in one 10 pull. I've seen people in real time. Maybe they're lying, maybe they're not, but I personally do know people that actually have quit. And it's just too much, it's too much and it's too constant. All right. So here's my proposed solution. I'm trying to take a very nuanced approach. I heard your complaints last time. Hear me out. I say, add a pity or progressive rate up system for legendary non-Lord Ancient exclusive heroes. For example, a guaranteed non-Lord legendary after a set number of summons, or a system where the drop rate increases after a certain threshold, right? I think that's fair. I don't really care about the number. I just think they need to add something. I say the exact trigger could be lower, such as 90 to 100 summons. I've heard that thrown out a lot. Or it could be higher, such as 200 to 250. I've heard the 200 number a lot as well. Either approach would significantly reduce frustration and help stabilize player sentiment. Now, the rate of non-Lord Ancient heroes is 1%. So if they wanted to make it closer to in line with the rates, I think 120 would be the number, right? Because that would probably add the true expected rate to be somewhere that you're to be somewhere around hitting a non-Lord legendary every 90 to 105 summons, something like that. If we look at it, it is 1%, and it doesn't feel like for many players it manifests as 1%. So I think that'd be fair, but they could go way higher. I also think that's fair. If they don't want it to be too easy, make it 200 or 250. I know that would disappoint people, but at least people would have something to look forward to, and they wouldn't go on those stretches that some people go on where they feel truly screwed. So this is what I'm submitting. I'm doing it right now. You'll find it in the description of this video and the top and comment, a link to it, or you can go to the bar counter in-game suggestions. My suggestion is number 13184. I'm going to give it a thumbs up. Obviously, I agree with it. If you agree, please go ahead. If you disagree, once you've heard my case, please go ahead and thumbs it down. That's fair. I'm also going to submit this video to the developers. I just think it's time the devs do something about this. I really feel like it's coming to a head. If they do some big non-Lord Ancient banner for Valentine's Day, and we imagine they add a limited and it's Sithra's boyfriend, and then they run Sithra or something, or the new crazy guys coming out and a bunch of people miss again. I think a lot of people are teetering on the edge. So there you go. I've said my piece. I've made my suggestion. I hope you guys at least engage with me on this. If you disagree, politely let me know why. Don't just be, you know who you are. If you're one of those people who are just like, Fastidious sucks. Fine, maybe I do suck, but I don't think I suck on this point. So try to if you want to care about the game, try to, bring nuance to your critical thinking and listen to what I'm saying. So there you go. Thank you so much for watching. Like I said, links for the Discord and links for the Discord link to my suggestion are going to be in the description, the top and comment. I've been Fastidious. Share it with your mother, and I'll see you real soon. Bye.
Fastidious.